Fano fighters have shared details of what happened at a mosque in Mekane Selam. I did a video on that this morning. I shared with you what happened there. Now Fano is telling uh, a different story. What is Fano saying? We have in this video. Secondly, Abune Sawiros, an archbishop of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, is creating a controversy. He attended Irreechaa festival. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for watching. Let's start with the news story about Abune Sawiros. He's an archbishop of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. If you remember, around 2 years ago, Abune Sawiros and two other archbishops, they tried to split with the main church. They tried to form a separate synod. They tried to split, to divide the church. He had the backing of the Ethiopian federal government and Oromia government. But Orthodox Church stood as united, and Abune Sawiros led group, it had to then reconcile with Abune Matthias led main church group. So people say that Abune Sawiros is working in coordination with the government, and he supports the complaints, the concerns that church is dominated by Amhara religious elders, and that church basically protects Amhara interests. Abune Sawiros today attended Irreechaa gathering. He was seen there entering a venue where Irreechaa is being celebrated. Clad in the dress worn by Orthodox Church archbishops with a cross, he attended the program. And we have been seeing a wave of criticism since then against Abune Sawiros. People say, why did he attend this festival? Some say Irreechaa is not a cultural festival, it's a religious festival, it's pagans' festival. That is, Orthodox Church should not recognize such a festival. I don't want to get into debate about Irreechaa, if it is cultural, religious, or political festival. If you ask me, now it is turning into a political festival. I mean, the ruling party is promoting it. Ruling party wants this. Obviously, this festival has Oromo footprints. Most of Irreechaa gatherings are organized in the Oromia region of Ethiopia. So it's definitely an Oromo festival. That is why other groups oppose it. They don't say it verbally, but they oppose it. Will Abune Sawiros clarify? Is it the first time that an archbishop with a cross attended Irreechaa? I don't know about the past, but this time Abune Sawiros' participation is creating a controversy. Secondly, viewers, the Fano fighters have shared details of what happened in Mekane Selam, where a mosque came under attack last night. I did a video on that this morning, and after that, people, YouTubers, news outlets, they started making videos. They did not say a word. Incident happened last night. No pro-Fano source reported about it. They only praised Fano's victories. None of them actually talked about the situation in a mosque, the operation targeting a mosque. I broke this news this morning, and then other news outlets they knew that it was going to be impossible for them to hide it. Then they started making videos, and now all news outlets are giving coverage to Fano commanders who are giving interviews about what happened in Mekane Selam. Firstly, secondly, when I published the video this morning, several viewers in comment section said, Sajid, fake news. No attack happened at the mosque. Fake Fano carried out this attack. Government-backed Fano carried out this attack. Why do people lie? I mean, it's hard for me to understand. Why do you lie? I'm addressing those who wrote such comments. You should have contacted people in that area. You should have verified, and then you should have written in comment section. When you are telling a lie, it means you are deliberately spreading propaganda. Yes, you have your allegiance to Fano. You have your loyalty to Fano. It does not mean that you should defend each and everything which is being attributed to Fano. Speak the truth. So those who claim that government militia carried out the attack on Fano, they've been proven wrong by Fano. Those who were saying that nothing happened at the mosque, proven wrong by Fano. Hussein Umar is the spokesperson of the Fano group, which conducted operation in Mekane Selam last night. The incident has been confirmed. As I reported, mosque was being used, according to Fano, mosque was being used as a hideout by regional strike force and militias, reportedly. So Fano fighter, ENDF has not been mentioned by Fano in the statement. So ENDF, it means withdrew from the mosque or it wasn't there. But government militia members were there at the mosque, according to Fano fighters. Qasim Dagne is one of them. He's a Muslim, reportedly, part of the government. And he was trying to defend, he was inside the mosque. There were others too. That is why Fano stormed the mosque. They opened fire at the people in the mosque. There were militia members there, government people there, killed. Hussein Umar says that Muslim government militia members were killed in this operation by Fano. But the militia members are being shown as if they are Muslim worshippers who were at the mosque. So Fano is confirming that the incident did happen at the mosque. Exchange of gunfire did happen, but the deceased are not Muslim worshippers. They are Muslim militia members. So those who wrote wrong comments, please make corrections. Don't mislead others. Incident did happen. All parties in this conflict are using mosques, churches, schools, hospitals for military purposes. Firstly. Secondly, Sheikh Jamal has been killed. It is being confirmed by several sources. He wasn't part of any militia. He was imam, people say. He led prayers in the mosque. What is the justification? I think what happened is that Muslim militia members, they took refuge in the mosque. Fano fighters surrounded the mosque, they opened fire. Worshippers were there too in the mosque. because this incident happened after Isha prayer. Isha prayer had not ended when Fano opened fire. Militia members were killed, and maybe some Muslim worshippers were killed. If Muslim worshippers were killed, Fano fighters should offer condolences. They should apologize. People are killed in combat. Collateral damage happens. But denial won't solve the issue. Rather, Muslim residents of Wollo will start mistrusting you. Wollo has lots of Muslims. Uh, and Fano groups need Muslim support. PP is going to spread propaganda that deliberately Fano stormed the mosque to kill worshippers. I don't agree. Why would Fano kill Muslim worshippers? Just like Fano fighters say that PP carried out don't strike on civilians. I always say, why would ENDF carry out a don't strike on civilians? Same is the case here. Why would Fano kill Muslim worshippers? No. There were definitely armed elements in the mosque, pro-government. That is why Fano took action. Collateral damage did happen. Some worshippers have been killed. Locals are confirming. This is what happened. Both sides are telling lies. Neither of them is speaking the truth. Neither the government nor the Fano groups. Thank you for watching.